Hey Year 10, so this week you're going to make a bread dough because we are at home and obviously the biggest trend at the moment is making your own bread. So in a big bowl, I'm making a double batch, so for the whole fam. So this is 1 kilo of flour. You can do this just half a kilo, but for 1 kilo flour, 2 packets of yeast, pinch of salt, now if you want to flavour this up before you turn it into dough, you can add a bit of garlic, a bit of anything you want to give it some seasoning. Now we're going to make this into like a garlic bread, so I'm going to add a bit of garlic powder, just to give it a little bit of flavour. Not much, just a little bit. And then later on when I roll it out, I'm going to get some fresh herbs and some dry herbs, and then we're going to make our garlic bread. So in my bowl is my yeast, salt, bit of seasoning and flour. I'm going to mix it together with 600 mils of tepid water. So warm water, not boiling hot water, just room temperature water. So start with 3/4 of it, leave a little bit in, use your hand, just like when we made any other mix it together. And you'll feel that you'll need more water. You can feel it straight away. Just going to add another bit. So I haven't used all of it, you can see there's a little bit left. So once it comes together in the bowl, tip it down onto your bench. So once you've tipped it onto the bench, you've got to knead your flour. So you can scrape out anything that's left in your bowl, and you're going to put a bit of oil in it shortly. So you're going to knead this for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. The more you knead it, the more the gluten is going to be worked into it, and it'll become a nice stretchy dough. So this is something you're going to do for a while. Alright, so after a good 10 minutes of kneading it, and you can see every time I knead it, I push it out, I fold it back in, kind of turn it back the other way, and then do it the same. So you're going to do that for 10 minutes. You can see now how shiny and smooth it all is. So it needs to come together into a ball on its own and have a nice, smooth, shiny gloss. Now for most of this I've had to stand on my tippy toes to push down on the bench. So if you are shorter than me, have fun. Okay, so we're going to do, in the same dirty bowl, add a drop of veggie oil, swirl it around the bottom, and then you're going to put your dough in it. You're going to cover it with a tea towel and leave it for an hour. And then you're going to see it double. If it's a cold day, you might want to leave it a little bit longer, but try and leave it in a draft-free spot. So if it's somewhere a lot of cold wind's coming in, move it. Alright, in the bowl, cover with a tea towel for an hour. Alright, Year 10, so it's been an hour, you can see it's risen heaps. So now I'm going to split this into 2. Now I'm going to make two things. One was the garlic bread, and I'm going to make some pizza scrolls for the second half. So, cutting in half. I'll put one bit aside. The other bit, put a little bit of flour on the bench and roll it out. So you don't want to go crazy and put heaps of flour, but just a little. Now, every time you roll, make sure you lift it up off the bench and you can give it a flip. That way you know you're not going to get stuck to your bench. Which one did I say I was doing? Oh, which one should I do first? Pizza? Alright, so first thing I'm going to make is the pizza scrolls. Remember to keep lifting it and making sure you're not getting stuck, because you don't want to do all this work and then it comes undone. And before I add fillings, again I'm just going to check it lifts up. Alright, so I've made a huge long bit, might be maybe 2 mils thick. So first thing I'm going to do is put some sauce on. Now I've got an open jar from something else. If you've got tomato paste, use tomato paste. Whatever tomato we bought. If you don't like tomato and you want to change it to barbecue, do that. So put it all the way along like you would a pizza. Also going to add some garlic. Also going to add some chili. And a bit of dry herbs. So, put it all on here. Now I'm just going to mush it all around. Right, so that is all on there. Next thing I'm going to do is add my toppings. So I have some bacon that I chopped up. Try and spread it all the way around. Then I have some fresh tomato. I just had leftover cherry tomatoes from salads. And then some cheese. Now you can use any type of cheese you got. Just depends on what you got at home. If you want to add some feta, bocconcini, whatever you've got, go right ahead. Bit of parmesan. The rest of that cheese I'm keeping for the other half of the bread. Now I haven't gone crazy, this isn't like completely full. I can see pizza dough everywhere, bread dough. I'm also going to add fresh oregano from the garden. Just throwing the sprigs on. Okay, so after you've got it all on there the way you want, whatever flavourings you're adding. If it's just garlic, add garlic. If you're turning it into ham and pineapple, add your ham and pineapple. So you're just going to roll it a little. And then you're just going to keep repeating that. And you're going to do it as thin as you can and as close to each other as you can. Kind of tuck it every time. Now what you do is put it on your baking tray. So cut it into, what's that, maybe 2-3 centimetre bits, 5 max.
1.5 inches.
1.5 inches. And then place it on your tray. Try and keep them all at similar size. I'm going to use a bit of knives than that. Now, you can position them as close as you want together, but I'm just leaving a little gap because as they prove on the tray here, they're going to expand. And I'm going to leave these on the tray for another hour. And then they'll go in the oven after that. So I'll take a photo of it on the tray and a photo of it when it's proved, so you can see the difference of how big it gets. Now this one's got a little butt on it. I will still use the butt bit, but I still want the others to be flat. And you're going to have to brush this with either some melted butter or some milk. Or you can brush it with a little bit of oil if you wanted to. So that is your pizza scrolls, if you're going to do pizza scrolls with your dough. You're going to leave that for an hour. Alright, so I've just cleaned down all my mess, and now we're going to do the other half of the bread to show you the garlic bread. So again, a little bit of flour. The other half of that dough that I've just pressed down, I'm going to use a bread tin. I'm going to spray it well. You can line it if you want to, but I'm just going to spray it. I mean well. I don't want this getting stuck. So, you can use your rolling pin again. Now I'm going to turn it into like a garlicky scroll pull apart thing. You know when you see it at Baker's Delight and you see the cheese at the top, those pull apart breads? So I'm going to try and make. Don't know if it'll work. I've never made it before. So let's experiment and see how it all goes. Now I'm going to add a little bit more of that garlic powder. Again, this might make it taste gross. Who knows? Don't know. It's garlic bread, Josh. Don't judge me. I pull faces. Garlic. I like garlic, man. This garlic bread. Duh. Herbs. Who doesn't like herbs in their bread? Especially fresh herbs from the garden. Going to add a little bit of oil. So just some extra virgin if you got it. Actually going to add some salt and pepper too. And that leftover cheese from before. do, what's that not? I'll cut it in half. I've just rolled it. I'm going to put it in our tin and put the other one next to it like that, and we're going to watch it prove and see what it does. So we'll see another hour and clean up again. Alright, it's been over an hour and you can see how much they have risen, the scrolls and the bread, so it's come up double. What I'm going to do now is just get a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and drizzle it over and use a pastry brush to spread it around. Now again, you can use a bit of milk if you want, or you can melt butter and put some butter over it. Now you can add a bit of seasoning over the top of that, you can put some herbs over it, whatever you like. Sorry, holding the camera and brushing at the same time. Not as skilled as I'd like to be. Now remember when I put these on, I left a gap between them so they didn't, when they joined, they didn't join too much. That way when they cook, they don't pull apart. It's easier for me to pull them apart. They originally had a big gap like that one, but some have like joined together as they've proved and gotten nice and big. So this is going to go in the oven for a good 20 minutes. I'm going to check them after 20. I might give the tray a spin and then I'll take them out and you'll get to see the finished product shortly. So they've been in the oven for about 30 minutes. After about 25, gave it a spin so the other side cooked, so both halves of the tray were golden. My only concern would be here in the middle, those little bits. So if they are close together, that's the only bit where I might might be still a little bit doughy. But other than that, it looks good. You can hear that she's cooked in the middle. So there is the scrolls, pizza scrolls, and my cheesy garlic bread. Can't wait to see what you guys come up with.